Here's Darnold. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones.
Listen.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we to the house. We to the house.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta.
Hey! Hold on. Hold on. We finna get right. Them Lions ain't playing. We ain't playing with them Lions. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta get right. I ain't even make no playbook yet.
The ensuing drive starts with a shot.
You're right.
A deep play in the air to try to seize on
You're right.
momentum.
Let's get right. Ah, David Montgomery, nigga! First touchdown, first drive of the game. My first drive of the game. First touchdown.
We all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about
niggas in Detroit, wrong.
Understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage.
I missed the kick. I missed the fucking kick. I missed the fucking kick. Hold on, let me see. Ain't no onside kicks no more? You can't onside kick it no more?
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out.
You said what?
40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Oh, the ball's out. And
you know what time it is with me. You know what time it is with me.
And as you can see with that,
you know what time it is with me.
It goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball, and they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing, really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Gaurd. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew it was coming and still couldn't stop it.
First and 10. Now, Gaurd. This one caught by Patrick. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Throwing on second down. Gaurd. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. One quarter in the books. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Jones. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And this ball batted away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On the ground now with Jones. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to be 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Remaining here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing, Darnold. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For an offense that really hasn't had a lot of things go right up until this point, those are the plays that you just have to make. Those can be a spark for the rest of the game, and it's amazing how quickly things can turn. But instead, he overthrows his receiver, and it's all for nothing.
He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man downfield, it's Addison. And he will get into the end zone. Jordan Addison, touchdown Vikings. On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. His kick is good. And the Vikings move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. Now an opening past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
And that right there is how you regain momentum. You just gave up the lead, but now here comes a huge boost by your special teams. Just an excellent return. Going to set them up with great starting position on this next drive.
On first down, it's Goff. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. This is intercepted. Picked up by the veteran, Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
That's over the middle and intercepted.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. The Lions call their first timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. On play action, Goff. Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Goff to throw on 1st down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy. So if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So they failed to connect on another throw, and it's really been the story for both of these teams throughout this ballgame. I mean, neither offense can get anything going, and when you look at the scoreboard, it certainly reflects that.
That's caught by Jones out of the backfield.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal? So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up and down.
To the pylon, he's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2 choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will take a 14-6 lead.